सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्त गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. We continue with our study, shloka number 136, advice for self-control. So before Shankaracharya ji jumps to the next topic, just one shloka he summarizes. So this is the summary, and what do I take away from this shloka? He gives such a beautiful understanding of the study. In the study of Vivekachudamani, he gives us ways in which we should study. So after studying a particular topic, we should have an idea as to what this topic is for. And the study of this Atma Vastu is so that we can grow towards it. But then how do I do it? How do I practically put it into practice? So that is why he, just this one shloka, 136, it's a whole topic in itself, Gurudev puts over here as advice for self-control. Niyamita manasamum tvam svamaatmanamatmani ayamahamiti sakshat vidhi buddhi prasadat jani marana taranga apara samsara sindhum pratara bhava krutartho brahma rupena samsthaha. So, Shankaracharya ji says, niyamita manasa. Manasa, this, with this mind, niyamita, regulated, having controlled this mind, or regulating this mind. What is the regulating of mind? So that our emotions and feelings don't become charged with the polar opposites. Always good to walk in the middle ground. Even Bhagavan Krishna in 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, he says, walk this middle ground. So niyamita manasa, then he says, niyamita manasa buddhi prasadad. How do I bring this mind in the center and not in the polar opposite? Buddhi prasadad. This buddhi, buddhi prasadad, not the prasad of buddhi, but what is meant in the technical language is this buddhi when it is purified. The prasad of buddhi is when it is quiet and when it is resolved on a purpose. Buddhi has knowledge, buddhi has understanding, or even if it does not have complete knowledge, even if it does not have complete understanding, it understands the importance of altering one's own behavior so that it can reach over there properly. So with that prasada buddhi, prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopa Bhagavan Krishna uses the same word in Sita Prajna Lakshan, that this buddhi over here, buddhi prasadat, by this purified intellect, what do we do? Tvam swam atmani amum atmanam aham iti ayam aham iti sakshat vidhi. What is Shankaracharya ji saying? He's saying dhau tvam swam, by one's own self, by one's own self, swam atmani, in this equipment itself, in this body, atmani amum, this higher understanding, this amum atmanam, this capital S self, atmanam, ayam aham iti, I am this capital S self. It is an auto-suggestion. It is not a realization, but this purified buddhi tells the mind that having controlled all the senses, oh my mind, come to understand that you are this self, that we are this absolute. Ayam aham iti sakshat buddhi, sakshat, vidhi, come to know, not buddhi, come to know that I am this Atma itself, sakshat Atma I am. So, by control of the senses is not enough. Control of mind is also not enough. Control has to be followed up by understanding. That is what Shankaracharya ji is saying. Otherwise, if we just restrain and control the mind but not do anything with that mind is going to go back to its habitual state of being. So positively, we work at purifying the buddhi. That purified buddhi gains understanding. It allows the mind to walk the middle ground and says we should not be charged. Senses are kept under control. And oh my mind, come to realize that you are sakshat Atma, Atmani, in this body itself. you come to realize you are that Atma. This is Atma Jnana sadhana. This is the sadhana for this Atma Jnana. And then Jani Marana Taranga Apara Samsara Sindhum. So over here is saying, after that Brahma Rupena Samstha. Okay, so ayam ahamiti sakshat vidhi Brahma Rupena, that you come to know that you are this Brahman. Brahma Rupena Samstha, come to abide. And then after that, what is the understanding that I am this Brahman? Then Jani Marana Taranga Apara Samsara, this entire ocean of creation, Jani, birth, Marana, death, Taranga, and all the Urmis, the Shat Urmis, the 6 waves, Apara Samsar, the shoreless existence of this creation, saying Sindhu, the ocean, Pratara, you come to cross, and then Bhava Krutartha, and you become Krutartha Bhava, you become firmly established in it, you become blessed. Krutartha, fulfilled, blessed. You come to feel this. This has to be continuously done. We assert over here the higher, and then we try to negate all that we are exposed to. By na iti, but then positively asserting the higher. So first 2 lines, it is saying that may you come to apprehend in this mind that you are Atman. Over here, Brahma Rupena Samstha, you come to abide in it. And it is not abidance, but it is understanding of this buddhi which has become purified. So in this buddhi, you come to understand you are Brahman, and positively asserting you are Brahman. And then the second line comes to say negatively what you are exposed to, Jani Marana Taranga Apara Samsara Sindhu Pratara, you try to cross. How do we try to cross? By accepting it. Number 1, accept the fact that we are fallen in the samsara, and the samsara is of change. Jani Marana Taranga, it is birth, death, and all modification in between. And if I know that birth, death, and modification definitely comes with all different types of uncertainties, I learn to deal or manage mentally all types of uncertainties, and learning to manage that, learning to accept it, learning to manage it by not complaining about it. Over here, Pratara, you try to cross. Try to quietly cross. It is not a physical crossing, it is a mental understanding. Crossing this Bhavasagar is not physical, it is mental. We just finished the section on Atma. At no point in time are we bound. We are that absolute knowledge. It is a notion that I am bound. And if it is a notion that I am bound, then I have to remove the notion. There is this beautiful example that is given in Shastra. There is this farmer who has a donkey, and this donkey runs away here and there, and he has to go chase the donkey and get the donkey back to his farm. He went and he saw a Mahatma, and he asked the Mahatma, how do I keep this donkey over here? So the Mahatma said, you tie him in your farm. Then this farmer said, I don't have a rope. So the Mahatma said, you do one thing. You take the donkey and you do the action of tying with whatever cloth you have. You do that action of tying, and then you tie him to a trunk of a tree, and that donkey will know that it is tied, it will not go anywhere. And he did that, and that donkey stayed over there. Next day morning, he's trying to kick the donkey, get up, come on, we have to go. But the donkey refused to move. The donkey refused to move all day long. This farmer went again to the Mahatma. He said, what you told me I did, but he is not getting up now. He's not moving. So then the Mahatma said, did you do the action of untying him? But then this farmer said, but he's not tied to begin with. He said, you know it, I know it, but the donkey doesn't know that he is tied, that he is free. You did the action of tying him, now you have to do the action of untying him, even though he is not tied. And he went back, he did the action of untying him, and the donkey moved. Our condition is nothing different than that donkey. You may laugh at this example, but this is actually in Shastra. Mahatmas use this example. We are like that donkey. We have assumed the fact that we are fallen in samsara, we are bound in samsara, and we are suffering in samsara. And even though the Mahatma may tell us, come on, you are not fallen, you are much more than this, you are Sakshat Atmavastu. Thus now the scripture has to do the fake job of untying us. That donkey which was never tied to begin with, just like that, we are also never tied to begin with, but Vivekachudamani has to do this job of untying the already free Jivatma. You see that? That is what this is. We have to go through all this, and the easily our mind accepts this, the faster will be our liberation. Liberation is a function of understanding followed up with proper behavior. That's all. That is it. Once we understand it, how can we not follow it? But if we understand it and not follow it, that means there's something wrong in our understanding. That's all. Over here, this is the advice of self-control. Mental agitations, they pull us out. Our intellectual bondage, lost in thoughts and worries, that also loots away our vitality of doing the sevanam of Brahma Vidya, reminding ourselves that I am Brahman, I am Brahman, I am Brahman. The first two lines is saying here itself, you come to realize Brahma Rupena Samstha and Jani Marana Taranga Para Samsara Sindhum Prataraha, over here, Krutartho Bhava, become fulfilled. Come to fulfillment. Continuing, now the next section, what is bondage? Now, the Guru replies, what is bondage? Ko nama bandhaha. What is bondage? The first question is now taken over here, 137 to 142 over here. So, this chandas is very unique. It's a big chandas. Atranatmani ahamiti matir bandha eshosya pumsaha prapto ajnana janana marana klesha sampata hetuhu ye naivayam vapuridamasat satyamityatma buddhya pushyat yukshat yavati vishayaihi tantubhi koshakrudvat. So, atra anatmani aham iti. This first line over here, atra over here, anatmani, in this idiom in Vedanta, that anatma aham iti matihi, the thinking matihi, atra over here in this body itself, anatmani, this which is not self, ahamiti, that I am this. Right here, in this anatma vastu, matihi, the buddhi, comes to say, I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. Owning up the equipment is what is said over here. Atra anatmani ahamiti matihi. Then it is said, asya pumsaha ajnanat, of this being, born out of ajnanat, born out of ignorance, janana, marana, birth, death, kleshaha, all different types of miseries, kleshaha, sampata hetuhu, it is the cause of all types of suffering, all types of uncomfortable feeling. Sampata hetuhu, it is a cause of transmigration. Sampat bandha eshaha praptah hetuhu. It is the cause of this bondage. Bandha, bondage, eshaha, this bondage over here, and then prapta hetuhu, the very prapti of the understanding that I am this body, and this anatmani vastu, understanding that I am this body, I am this emotional personality, I am this poor buddhi, all of this which is born out of ajnanat, because of this buddhi not having a clear understanding of atma. This buddhi out of ajnan janana marana klesha sampata hetuhu. It is a cause of birth and death and sorrow and misery and transmigration, from birth to death, from life after life after life after life. This continues. Yena, this alone, eva ayam, this alone, yena eva ayam, idam asat vapuhu. Yena, through this alone, this unreal body, vapuhu, this unreal body, then which is perishable, which is asat, satyam iti atma buddhya, satyam, that it is real, iti atma buddhya, by our understanding that this alone is real. And then what do we do? This pushyati, that person pushyati ukshati iti vishayaihi tantubihi koshakruddaha. What do we do? That by this buddhi owning up this unreal, pushyati, we nourish it, and ukshati, we bathe it, we take care of it, we decorate it, and our precious time goes into playing with it. It's like a little girl who plays with the doll. She removes the clothes of the doll, she gives bath to the doll, she clothes the doll, she imagines that the doll, after taking bath, is tired, and she puts the doll to sleep and imagines that the doll is hungry, will even feed the fake food to the doll and sing to the doll and tells her own mother that the doll is not sleeping, and wastes so much time with that doll, trying to make the doll sleep, which is jada to begin with. That whole buddhi of that little toddler, maybe a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old girl playing with the doll, but in the buddhi, it is so real. And that entire play enlivens the whole process. Just like tantu bihi kosha kruddam, just by tantu, with the silk thread, this silkworm, kosha krutvat, like the silkworm which continuously binds itself with the same silk thread that it itself produces. the silk thread that the silkworm binds itself with is what it produces. Nowhere in this buddhi is ajnan, but when we continuously dwell with the idea, I am the body, we strengthen the avidya, the over here ajnana, born out of ignorance, we strengthen the avidya over here, and we strengthen this avidya over here by taking care of this pushyati, nourishing, ukshati, giving bath to it. And we even say, I'm not feeling good, I'm going to need to see a psychiatrist, I need to see a counselor. All of this we produce out of our own avidya, just like the silkworm produces silk out of itself, and in no time the silkworm is bound in this cocoon. In the same way, the cocoon of avidya is the first line. It says, Atra anatmani ahamiti. That is what started it, and now it is firm. If somebody says something about our body, we take it offensive. I have become fat, I have become lean, I have cut my hair, I have not cut my hair, I have colored it, not colored it. Just the external appearances make us spend so much time and effort over here at the physical. Now the same thing at the mental level. Somebody hurt me, somebody didn't behave properly with me, I am sad, I am in depression. We are unable to pull ourselves out by ourselves. And that is how bondage over here arrives. And bondage, not only does it arrive, but then it is sustained by our own ignorance. It remains over there. And once we are under the hallucination of the idea that I am the body, I am the body, I am the body, we don't even realize what our true real nature is, and we don't even put forth any effort to go towards it because we don't know about it. Second, we don't know anybody who can guide us towards it. Our ignorance takes us more and more and more towards ignorance. In fact, we seek out company of others who are also in the same boat. And in that way, feeding off of each other, the jiva finds themselves in the abscess of avidya, not knowing what is a way out. This is how, this bondage starts, and the bondage is strengthened by ourselves, and the bondage becomes so powerful, life after life after life after life, the jiva continues to live in this atasmin tat buddhi, which is what the next shloka starts with. Atasmin tadbuddhi prabhavati vimudhasya tamasa viveka bhavadvai sfurati bhujage rajjudhishana tato nartha vrato nipati samadhatumadikaha tato yo sadgraha sahi bhavati bandha shrunu sakhe. Even, the tune that Shankaracharya ji uses, Shikharini meter, it is little bit like the mountain and the valley, it is called Shikharini. So we rise and we fall and we rise and we fall and we rise and we fall and we get trapped in this understanding. What an apt meter also he has used, which creates that mental tempo of being stuck in a place and not being able to come out. Atasmin vimudhasya, of the person who is vimudhasya, the deluded one. This buddhi has been completely deluded in this I am the body. Vimudhasya tamasa, and then it becomes dense ignorance. What is this Gor Tamas? The Jada Vastu has the greatest tamas. If I put this watch over here, until the end of time, this watch will not move. There is no Rajo Guna in it. There is no Sattva Guna in it. It is just Gora Tamas. This body is made up of 5 elements. It is just Tamas, Tamo Guna. And the same, whatever is consumed, the mana and buddhi are also born out of the same tamo guna. So over here it becomes vimudasya tamasa, born out of tamas. Atasmin tad buddhi. This is an idiom in Vedanta. Ataha, this, tat, that, buddhi. Over here, the higher is taken as this. Atasmin tat buddhi. That absolute which is Shuddha Sattva, which is pure, which is divine, is taken as this Tamoguna. Atasmin tat buddhi prabhavati. Prabhavati, it rises, it grows. Over here, how does it? An example is given, bhujage rajju dishana, just like, in a rope, a snake is seen. Rajju in a snake, bhujaga, none other than snake. That's why we call bhujangasan, shoulders, bhujag is what it uses to move. So bhujaga is a name of snake, is known as bhujage rajju dishana. The understanding that in this rope there is this snake, Viveka abhavad vai sfurati, because of the absence of Vivek. Viveka Shakti, what is Viveka Shakti? Discrimination between what is real, what is unreal. Very simple. So that snake and rope, the basic discrimination is not there. So Viveka abhavat vai sfurati, it is born out of the lack of discrimination about this equipment. How can this buddhi accept that I am this. The body is born, the body dies, the body goes through modification, and the body witnesses, the buddhi, the awareness witnesses all the modification. Upon witnessing it, it still doesn't understand that I, the witness, am different from what is witnessed. I witnessed my childhood. I witnessed my youth. I'm witnessing this entire body age right in front of me. So I cannot be the body. How can I be the body? I am witnessing my mind change. If I witness it, that means I am different from it. That Vivek Shakti is not there. Just to negate it by proper logic and understanding, how can I be this body? I've seen the body continuously wither away, and I'm seeing elderly in the society pass on, and they're gone. Nobody comes back. How can I be something which perishes? And I'm observing it. And if I'm observing it, then I am the observer and the body is observed. And the observer, drugeva natu drushyate, drugdrishya vivek. Very simple. The subject can never become the object. The subject is subtler than the object. The subject is the observer and the object is observed. And the body is the object. Not only that, my mind. I observe the very qualities of my mind. There are days when I'm angry. There are days I am at peace. There are days I am sad. There are days where I feel I am not fulfilled. All these emotions and feelings of my mind are observed. And if they are observed, then I am not that. I am the observer. Even the buddhi and its quality of sharpness and dullness is known to me. So I am also not my buddhi. Neither am I the body, the mind, the intellect. I am something other than this. That is called Viveka Abhavat Bhujage Rajju Dishana Sfurati. Because of this lack of discrimination in the rope, the snake appears. In the body, the notion that I am the body rises. Then it says, Tataha Samadatum Anarthavrataha Adhikaha Nipati. And what happens out of that? Tataha, then Samadatum, very well, holding on to this unreal vrataha, these winds of all different types of anarthavataha, dangerous winds of passion and fear rise from it by the understanding that I am that, And what happens after that? Nipatati. I fall from my state of being. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta self into this abscess of all types of transmigration. Tataha yaha asadgrahaha. And holding on to this asadgrahaha, holding on to this unreal, sahi bhavati bandha, that alone is the cause of bondage. Hey Sakhe, oh my friend, Shrunu, listen to your story. This shloka is autobiography of all of us. In New York Times, they have these best autobiography and bestsellers, and every month and every year there's a different book that comes out, and oh ho ho ho. Actually, this is our real autobiography. None of us need to write our experiences. Shankaracharya ji in one shloka has captured the autobiography of a jiva. Atasmin tad buddhi. It starts from there. And having started from there, this tamo guna keeps on growing, which doesn't allow us to discriminate. Just like rope and snake example is given, and fueling from this asat tataha anarthavrataha, all different types of fear, sorrow, pain rises. Imagine the havoc that we would feel if we saw a snake in the garden hose in our garage. Just the opening of the garage door in the dark would be fearful. That God knows He's sitting right there by the door, ready to bite me. And if it bites me, I will have poison. If I have poison, who will drive me to the nearest emergency? Everybody is gone. You imagine the plight of that person who sees a snake in a rope the whole day until another human being arrives over there with a flashlight and proves to that person that it is a garden hose. It is not going to do anything. You can go to your garage in darkness and you will be just fine. That is called anarthavrataha. That one idea of that snake loots away our vitality for the whole day until another human being in the form of a guru has to arrive with a flashlight. This is our autobiography. Tataha asadgrahat sahi bhavati bandha. Bandha, bound. Baddha, completely bound, in bondage of this. Hey Sakha, oh my dear friend, listen to this Atma Katha. What to do? Mujake Rajju Dishana, this the rope misunderstood as snake, and Bhujage in this snake, seeing the rope is what Shankaracharya ji has used over here in the opposite way. Imagine, typically we see a snake in a rope, but over here, imagine in this snake we are even fearful of what all this has created. We should be fearful in the atasmin tad buddhi, but we are very comfortable. That is the pun over here in this in Vedanta. Usually it is in the rope snake is seen, but bhujage, in the snake, rajjudhishana, it is seen as rope. We are not even realizing how dangerous this is. He has flipped it over here in this. This is the autobiography of a jiva. And from here he will use in the rope seeing the snake. But he starts with in the snake of Maya. We are seeing comfort that, oh, it's okay. But that is the problem over here. Shankaracharya ji continues and talks about, the delusion of this human mind and what this mind does. We'll continue tomorrow. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah sarve santu niramayah sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.